I'm Rob, and this is the American Dream VR review by Barefoot Gaming. So what is the American Dream VR? This game starts you off in a roller coaster cart, I'm gonna say, and you follow a linear track. And you go from when you're a baby throughout your life, through all the big experiences that it expects that you are going to be going through. And you're going from experience to experience, and every one is a mini game, and they all involve guns. Now, the game is very tongue-in-cheek that, the United States is the best in the world, and that guns are great, and you gotta kill the communists. So it has a sense of humor about itself. Everything that is done through a dog with a speakerphone for a mouth, and he kind of narrates the entire thing. And that's the gist. The game is just story after story, experience after experience. I would liken it to a series of mini games, all involving guns. So sometimes you're going to have handguns, sometimes you'll have a machine gun. If you have a machine gun, it'll usually let you use your second hand to hold it. When you run out of bullets, there's buttons on the side that you can hit, and then a magazine will pop out. Time slows down as it ejects. You slap the magazine into the bottom of your gun, and then it's an automatic reload. If you want to reload before your bullets are empty, which is often a very good idea, you click the trackpad, and then your cartridge will eject, and then you have the option to reload again. So experience, that's the gist. There isn't really more to the game itself, but is it a good game? Let's get to an actual review here. This game is going for $19.99 Canadian. So not super expensive, it's definitely not Skyrim up there, but it's also not super inexpensive. Now, I found this game really kind of dragged on. I felt that some of the mini games were alright. They were neat, like at one point you were flipping burgers, but instead of flipping them, you're using your gun to flip them over and onto a second grill where they'll heat on the other side, and then onto a bun, in which case the guy that's serving them, he wants you to shoot another button, which means he gets to serve them to the customers, and it's a time-based thing. All of the mini games, to me, take too long. So that's a definite negative. I actually got bored of every minigame while I was inside of it. And they do vary. In one, you have to dance, so you have to mimic what the person across from you is doing. And again, you're still doing this with guns, so it's a Simon Says, they do, you shoot when they shoot, you point to the right when you need to point to the right, and that's it. There's another example where you're communicating with a girl that's across the street and you're using your sniper rifle, she's asking you questions. None of your answers really seem to matter, it's just kind of for humor's sake, and humor is very subjective. There were a couple of times in this game that I thought, oh, that's kind of funny, but it all drags out too long, and I didn't mind the announcer voice coming out of the dog. I got what they were going for, like that 50s-esque, classic feel, but it just felt like it was, if you were to take a Mario minigame type game, and just put a bunch of storyline in between where someone talked to you and talked to you and talked to you before you could do your minigame, that would be the best description I would give for this. Like WarioWare, except here's 5 minutes talking about why you are where you are. Here's an excuse to clean up your room by shooting the clothes that are on the floor. Some people are really gonna probably find this funny. If the trailer looks hilarious to you, then you know what? Disregard my review entirely. You'll still get the gist of the game, but the humor will make you laugh. Great. For me, I got what they were going for, but it didn't entertain me. And at $19.99, the performance was done well. I think everything they were aiming for, the cardboard dad that throws a football and a baseball at you and stuff, it did what they wanted it to do. It just took too long to do it, and it's not fun. And for that reason, out of 5, I can't give this more than a 2. The mechanics, everything works the way it's supposed to, except your second gun hand when you have to hold onto the gun. If you're holding a rifle or something that requires 2 hands, for whatever reason, it kept either not grabbing or wouldn't let go. Super frustrating, minor glitch that I'm sure they can work out. So I'm not gonna knock it too bad on that, but just on the sheer basis of the game taking too long to progress, the storyline isn't interesting, the jokes fall flat a lot of the time, and it's just, it doesn't grab me, and it was a letdown. I'm sorry. And that's it. That's the review for American Dream VR. I feel kind of after a game like that. And these are less fun to review, but our fans are the best. We love you guys. We'd love to hear from you. Comment, share, like, subscribe. Thank you again for watching another Barefoot Gaming review, and we'll talk to you again real soon. See ya.